right, we're going to do this with factoring with slide and divide. Here we go. Step 1. Ready? Step 1 is to pull out the GCF. What is the GCF? If I look, if I look at the 6, does 6 go into 33? No. But 3 does. 3 goes into each one of those numbers. So I'm going to pull out the GCF, which is a 3. So the GCF comes out, and I'm going to write what's left. So divide each term by 3. So I get 5x squared. 33 divided by 3 is 11, plus 11x, plus 6 divided by 3, which is 2. Now, next step, you're going to do the slide, okay? What does the slide mean? Well, first off, I want you to understand this 3, we're not going to mess with it. I mean, that's just part of the answer. That goes on at the end. So as I go to slide, I'm going to take this 5, and I'm going to multiply it by my last number. So now, I've got x squared plus 11x. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay? Now, we're going to factor. So I need the factors of 10, okay, which we already found to be 1 and 10, 2 and 5. I need the factors that add up together to give me this middle term. Well, there's my first one right here. It's 1 and 10. Guys, that 3 stays out there by itself. Now, the x squared goes x and x. The factors I'm using is plus 1 and plus 10. All right. Now we have to do the divide part. Step 4, we're going to do that divide part. Let's see if I can move this up. What number did we slide to the back? We slid that 5 back there. So I'm going to divide all of this by 5. So I get 3 parentheses. 1 divided by 5 does not give you a whole number. So you're going to take this 5 and put it in front of the x. So I'm going to have 5x plus 1. What is 10 divided by 5? 2. So I have x plus 2. This is the factored form. Now to check it, if you would put all of this, I mean 3 parentheses, 5x plus 1, x plus 2, you have to put all of that into y1. All of the original problem into y2. And press second graph, you would know if you got it right or not. No, not the y's. Is you're putting it, you press y equals. Oh, is there y's in there when we're factoring it harder? No, I'll say no right now. This year, no. Okay, here's the next one. Ready? Step 1. So everybody, let's write this down. Step 1, I want you to pull out the GCF. What's the GCF? What goes into all of them? A 2 does. So the GCF is 2, and I need to write what's left. So that means divide each term by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I just get x squared. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so that's 3x. 4 divided by 2 is 2. All right. Now the next thing we said to do was our slide. Well, what number's in front of the x squared? A 1. If I take 1 times 2, does that change that at all? No. So I don't really worry about that. Now I need to find, so if there's just an x squared, you don't have to do this slide part. Yeah, there's no slide part. So now, this one I'm going to go and factor. The 2 stays out there, and I need to split up If I split up my x squared, I have x and x. All right. I need the factors of 2. What are the factors of 2? 1 and 2. They're not even a choice. But if I add them together, what do they get? 3, which is what I want right here. So I'm going to put plus 1, plus 2. I didn't slide anything but a 1, so that's my answer. This is my answer. Sometimes you don't even have to pull out a GCF. Let's try another one. Guys, this stuff is all drill and kill. You have to practice, practice, practice to know what you're doing. All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's try this one. All right, so let's write down the first one. What's my first step? GCF. What do you mean there's no GCF? I was tricking you. No, there's not a GCF. There's none. All right. Man, you would be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'd say, is that your final answer? And the question would be, what's your name? You would still question your name. All right. Now we got to slide. All right, so you're going to take this first number. I'm going to slide it back here. So what does that mean? I've got x squared plus 5x, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so now I need to factor. All right, so when I go to factor, I'm going to split this up. Remember, my x squared splits up how? X and x. Now, you need the factors of this last number. So the factors of 6. What multiplies together to give you 6? 2 and 3, and 1 and 6. What do they need to add up together to be? 5. Right here, that middle term. They have to add up together to be the middle term. Right here, 2 plus 3 is 5. So that's the factors I'm going to use. I'm going to put plus 2 and plus 3. Now, one question I get is, does it matter which order you put the 2 and the 3? No, it does not. Okay, so GCF, slide, factor, and then we need to divide. What number did we slide? We slid just the 2, right? That number right here. So you've got to divide these by 2. Okay. 2 divided by 2 is what? 1. So I have x plus 1. That one worked. Does 3 divided by 2, does that work out nicely? Nope. So you're going to put this 2 in front of the x. So you're going to have 2x plus 3. Now, did I have a GCF? Nope. So this is my answer right here. All right. I want you to take a second. I want you to try this other one over here. Okay, no, well, GCF, right? Hold on. Not the x's, because there's not x's in all of them. Look at this number, the smallest number. Does 3 go into 10? No, so there is no GCF. Okay? No, we are sliding, but first you have to pull out that GCF. You have to pull that out. Now we need to slide. Okay, so the sliding now is this. Now you're taking this 3, right? And you're multiplying it by that back number. So I'm going to have x squared plus 10x plus 24. Okay? Okay, but pulling out the GCF is different than the slide. No. GCF first, always. Now we're going to factor. Okay, so x squared splits up as x and x. Now, I need the factors of the last number of 24. Ready? I'm going to show you all a trick too on the calculator. Some of you will be able to see the factors and figure it out, but I want to show you how you can pull them up on the calculator. So go to y equals, y minus pulling up, go to y equals, put 24 divided by x. So I'm going to go to y equals I'm going to type in there 24 divided by x, press second graph. Now you're always going to get an error at 0 because you cannot divide by 0. Okay? See how it says 1 and 24? 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times, it gives you all your factors. So look for your whole numbers. We need the factors that add up together to give us 10. Which numbers on this screen give me 10? 6 and 4. So my factors are going to be 6 and 4. You can always use the calculator to do that, okay? So now I'm going to put plus 6 and plus 4. I went to y equals. I went to y equals, put 24 divided by x. Press second graph, and right here are my factors. I added them up to see which one gave me 10. Now, the last thing you have to do is divide. What number did I slide in the beginning? The 3. So now divide each one of these things by 3. Let's look and see. X, what is 6 divided by 3? 2. Now, does 4 divide by 3 work evenly? Nope. Yeah, so you're going to put that 3 in front of that x. So I have 3x plus 4. Now, did we pull out a GCF in the very beginning? Nope. Okay, so we don't do anything with it. Now, remember to check it. Put the problem into y1. What you think the answer is into y2, and you need to see if all y1 and y2 are the same to check it. All right, here's the next one. Ready? Some of you need to write it down. Let's go. All right, so if you're watching the video, pause the video and try it. The rest of us need to try it and check it in the calculator. All right, so step 1 is to pull out the GCF. 3 goes into all of them. So that means to divide everything by 3. I get x squared plus 8x minus 9. Now, I have to slide. Now, is there a number in front of the x squared right here?
Yes, it's 1.
There's a 1, but then that doesn't affect it, right? Because 1 times negative 9 is just negative 9. So I'm going to leave the 3 out there. And the x squared is going to split up as x and x. When I'm factoring, I need the factors of negative 9. Yeah, because 1 times negative 9 is negative 9. Well, if I go in my handy-dandy calculator and go to y equals, put in there negative 9 divided by x, and press second graph, I need the factors that add up together to give me 8. Well, here's the issue. 1 and negative 9 give me what? Negative 8. Go up this way. Negative 1 and positive 9. That gives me positive 8. So there's my factors. So I'm going to have negative 1 and positive 9. Now, did I slide anything? No. So there's nothing to divide by. This is my factored form right here. If you would put this and put this into y1, the original problem into y2, you would see that we were correct. All right, let's look. Let's do, give me number 1 on that sheet that you guys have. 2x squared plus 10x plus 12. All right, here we go. Step 1 is the GCF. What goes into all those? A 2 does, so I need to pull a 2 out of everything. So you have to divide everything by 2. 2 divided by 2 is just the x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now the slide, I don't have anything in front of x squared, so there's nothing to slide. This is going to make it even easier. So I've got 2. I split up my x squareds, x and x. Okay. I need my factors and my last number. My factors of 6. You can go to y equals and put 6 divided by x. But you've got 1 and 6 and you've got 2 and 3. Which ones add up together to give me 5? 2 and 3. So it's x plus 2, x plus 3. That's your answer. Asking about doing another piece of paper, I would do that too, finding another piece of paper. So look at number 2. What does number 2 say? 12x squared plus 39x plus 9. We did this one on the other sheet? It was the one on the long sheet, is that right? Okay, I'm going to do this one again because I did not do it in the video. All right, step 1 is to pull out the GCF. Does 9 go into 39? No. 3. 3 goes into all of them. So my GCF is 3. So when you divide everything out by 3, I get not 6, 4 squared plus 13x plus 3. Okay, so now I need to slide. Well, what am I sliding? Remember that 3 stays out there. I'm sliding the 4, and I'm sliding it back here to the 3. So I'm going to get x squared plus 13x plus 12. Now I need to factor what's in that parentheses, what's there in the black. So this is when I'm going to, in the part 3, I'm going to factor. So I've got 3. My x is split up as x and x. I need the factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Why are you telling me 1 and 12? You need them that add up together to give you 13. And there you go right here. So I've got plus 1 and plus 12. Now don't forget the divide. No, you have to divide by that number you slid in the beginning. If you slide a number, you have to divide by it. The first one you didn't slide. There was a 1 in front of the x squared. So now I'm going to divide by 4. Okay? So I have 3. Now, 1 divided by 4, does that work out evenly? The 4 goes up here. So it's 4x plus 1. 12 divided by 4, does that work out evenly? Yes, it's x plus 3. There's my answer right here. All of that. Let's do one more. Next one. What? Oh, no, not that. What's my next problem? Was it number 3? Hold on. 6x squared. Number 3. Number 3 is what? X squared. Okay. Step 1 is GCF. Is there a GCF? No, we don't have to do that. Step 2 is to slide. I was looking. But here's the thing. Is there a number in front of x squared to slide? It's a 1, but there's nothing to slide, so I don't have to worry about it. So step 3, I get to factor. So these are good because if it's already x squared, it makes it easier from the beginning. Because I've got x and x. Now I need the factors of 24. Now remember, you can put them in the calculator or you go through, you have 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Do I need to go any farther? What do my factors need to equal? They need to equal 11. 3 plus 8 is 11. So I have plus 3 and plus 8. Do I need to divide? I do not need to divide because I didn't slide. This is my answer right there.